Greetings! So welcome to your what do they want to tell you reading. So I'm just gonna get straight to it. Just tune in and choose between the three piles. Once again, the purpose of this reading is to figure out what the other person wants to tell you from their subconscious, from their deep down emotional self, their inner truth. So before we start, I'm just going to clear out the air with this bell. I just kind of like to do this as like a spiritual sort of cleansing ritual. So let's get started. So we have here three piles, excuse me. The first one is here, Labradorite Crystal. The second one is the Citrine Crystal, and the third one is the Quartz Crystal. So just choose between the three piles. Once again, one is Labradorite Crystal, two is Citrine Crystal, the third is the Quartz Crystal. So I will give you 10 seconds to decide. Just use your intuition. Even if you're not sure, just go with your gut first instinct. So I'm just going to count down to 10. So starting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so if you've decided, I'm going to move on. I'm going to start with the first deck, which is the Labradorite Crystal, the first pile, excuse me. And then move the other ones out of the way. So let's see. So the first message for the Labradorite group that the other person wants to share, we have here air. So I think maybe we're dealing with an air sign, and that would be Aquarius, possibly, or maybe another air sign. But I'm getting kind of a strong, maybe like Aquarius vibe. If not, it could be another air sign, or just maybe elements of air, like maybe not being quite as rooted into the ground. You're about movement and flexibility, you or either the other person. So the next message we have here is, so we have creativity. So either you or the other person, I'm thinking, has a lot of creativity in their spirit, maybe whether it be art or painting or whatever it may be, some sort of creativity in one of your spirits. And then let's see, another message. So I need for you to see me for who I am. So this other person needs you to see them for who they truly are. Whether that be maybe they're not the most perfect person, or maybe they feel like you put them on a pedestal, or maybe they hide their true selves oftentimes. Who knows? But all we know here right now is that they need you to see them for who they truly are. Maybe they think you are the only one who can really see them for who they truly are. Next message, we have transformation. So I think maybe this is symbolic in that either you or the other person is going through transformation, but honestly what I'm getting is maybe that you're going through a transformation together, or maybe you're helping this person go through a transformation, or maybe you sparked a way for them to transform, and maybe they're thankful, or maybe realizing that you sparked that transformation in them. Take whatever resonates. So those are the messages, and I'm going to get started on the tarot portion. So Crystal group. I like to just shuffle and then choose between. So here we have the Father card. So I'm thinking maybe this person probably has some fatherly characteristics about themselves. Maybe they're really responsible, or maybe they remind you of their father, or you remind them of their father. But this is kind of what I'm picking up. Maybe you remind them of their childhood, or vice versa. It could be, whatever resonates. But yeah, this person has some, I think, paternal energy, just instinctively, most likely. And then I'm going to use a different deck. So, Spirit, what other information do you have for the Labradorite Crystal group? Oh, one actually popped out. So here we have procreate. Oh, excuse me, co-create. Co-create. So I think this maybe symbolizes the fact that, once again, going into the transformation message, like this person may feel like you could potentially create something together, create something big. And then once again, let's look at the other messages here that might resonate. We have, so maybe they think that you are the one who can see them for who they truly are, as portrayed by one of the first messages. And then the creativity message, I think that kind of ties into the co-create. Like maybe you're either business partners, or you find creativity in each other, or you inspire each other. Like you may be each other's muses, artistically or creatively in some way. And then here, once again, we have transformation. So transformation could tie into creativity, or maybe the idea of creating something together, transforming, bare raw materials into some kind of art or something really bigger than yourself. Or it could be even like your relationship is transforming the both of you. That could also be something. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle another deck and then try to figure out some more information for the Labradorite Crystal Spirit. Oh, okay. Here's another card. So I honor animals with reverence. So I'm seeing that maybe either you or the other person probably has a really strong tie to animals. You love maybe giving to animals, adopting animals, maybe helping out at the animal shelter. Maybe that's something that you two are thinking about doing together, or maybe one or the other person. But yeah, you both have like a strong tie to animals, and maybe possibly nature as well. Oh, okay, I didn't even get the shuffle, so I'm just gonna put that back in. Okay, so Spirit, what other messages do we have for the Labradorite group? This one kind of popped out during shuffling. So we have Four of Water, missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So what I'm seeing here is, this is not necessarily a negative card, but what I am seeing here is that maybe you could potentially be missing out on maybe some potential other opportunities that may be available to you in some way. Not necessarily through this person, like by being with this person or by involving yourself with this person. That may not necessarily be the case, but maybe you could possibly be giving a bit too much of yourself to this person, or possibly pouring your creative juices, like everything you have, into this person who, from their messages, it was shown that they just really want to be seen by the world. And that can be really tough when somebody has a hard time being seen by the world for who they really are, and then bringing that out in themselves. It takes a toll on them, not only them, but the people who are around them, or the people who love them. You may be one of those people, and maybe this is a sign that you can maybe step back a little, focus on yourself, focus on your own creativity, maybe your own transformational journey, figuring yourself out more. So if the arrow is on the other person, or the focus is on the other person, maybe take that focus, take that mirror that's on that, shining on that other person, and then turn it towards yourself. That might help in this situation. Yeah, so that is all I have for the Labradorite Crystal group. From what I'm seeing is, I think the big message here is that you are co-creators, you create together, you find happiness in each other through that. You're each other's muses, you inspire each other, but at the same time, maybe there is a need for some self-care, for focus on maybe yourself a little bit, and maybe that's what the other person is trying to say is, you're this creative muse, you're talented, you inspire me, but I want you to focus on yourself a little bit more in terms of like self-care, finding your own journey, and maybe just figuring out more about yourself spiritually and emotionally, uncovering your own soul as well, so that this other person can be even more inspired by you like they inspire you. So I'm going to move on to the next group, which is the Citrine Crystal group. Let me just stick these cards back in to their respective decks, and I'm going to start again. Alright, so moving on to the Citrine Crystal group. So let's see what we have for you guys. First message, we have the Citrine Crystal group. So we have fire. So I'm guessing one or both of you, maybe they're fire sign and there's some kind of fire energy. So Sagittarius, maybe Leo, I'm getting either maybe like a Sagittarius or Leo, one or the other, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. Take whatever resonates. It could be another fire sign, but those are the two that I'm kind of getting some strong vibes towards. So fire, that's symbolic. Next message we have for the Citrine group. So dreams. So this could either be a sign to maybe pay attention to your own dreams, or maybe you inspire each other to be dreamers, or you guys get lost in your dreams when you're together, or you maybe both bonded over the fact that you're both dreamers. Could be one or the other. And then here we have make me feel truly alive. So this person, I think deep down inside, their inner emotional truth is saying that you make them feel truly alive when you're together. Next message, we have love of my life. So this is really symbolic. I don't think there's much else to be said. I mean, love of my life, that is what is resonating here. That's some very intense energy we have going on. Love of my life energy. So it's maybe possibly twin flame energy, very intense love energy, which is always a good sign. Now we're going to shuffle the spirit what else do we have for the Citrine group. Just going to shuffle and then choose between so spirit, what do we have the Citrine group? So we've got gossip. Okay, so this is not necessarily a negative card, but that being said, we do have the gossip card here. which is interesting. Awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. So this doesn't necessarily point to the fact that one or both of you may be into gossip, but it really mostly sheds light on the fact that maybe this person trusts you with their innermost secrets, or maybe you trust them, or maybe you almost feel like you can talk about anyone or anything with each other, to the point where, yes, maybe it might border on gossip, but with the other messages that we had here, love of my life and dreams, and you make me feel truly alive, maybe it really just means that this person, or maybe you as well, feel like you can say anything in front of this person. There's just no limits to what kind of secrets, what you can communicate verbally, because you're that close. Right, so the next card, let me just leave that out. So, Spirit, what other messages do we have for the Citrine? Okay, this one kind of popped up. You've got higher power. Okay, so that kind of goes with pretty much everything else that we've seen with the messages. This is like, I'm almost getting not even like just like a fling or just like a fun little flash in the pan type energy, but this is higher power. This could be like fate, possibly once again love of my life energy, twin flame energy, some kind of divine fate, destiny type energy here we have going on. Alright, so Spirit, what else do we have for the Citrine group? What else do we have for the Citrine group? The Citrine Crystal group. So I'm getting some energy here. I relate in peace. So I think this is probably pointing to the fact that you, when you're together, like once again, this person is the love of your life. You feel so comfortable. You can say whatever you want to each other, your deepest, darkest secrets, even the darkest, worst things. Like you feel like you can say to this person and they won't judge you. You accept each other fully for who you are, and you see each other and accept each other, and that is related to some kind of fate type energy, destiny in the works. Next card, or next step, excuse me. So, Spirit, what do we have for the Citrine Crystal? What other information? Oh, the card here. So, 10 of Air. This is what we have. 10 of Air. So, the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. So I'm guessing that one or both of you, I'm guessing like maybe one of you guys, probably maybe the other person, or maybe not, if not you, yourself, are recovering from maybe like something that was slightly harmful, or maybe a little maybe destructive. I'm getting some just slightly really intense to the point of maybe some self-destruction, or some form of like dysfunctional sort of energy in the past, whether it maybe be like an ex-partner, like a toxic relationship that you or the other person is getting out of now, and then now they're discovering this thing with you that feels like fate. You make them feel truly alive. You make each other feel like you understand each other immediately. You can tell each other anything, and you feel like this person is not going to judge you. You don't judge each other, you accept each other fully. But with this card, yes, there is this, I'm getting some, picking up some vibes that maybe one or both of you are escaping a self-destructive situation, possibly in the past. So that's all I have currently for the Citrine Crystal group, but the overlying message here is that yes, it is fate, destiny, with the past, having some self-destructive energy or some kind of toxic relationship energy in the past. You're escaping that, and then you are now finding the love of each other's lives, making each other feel truly alive, and then maybe pursuing your dreams together. Maybe you feel like you can pursue any of your wildest dreams when you're together. Like, that's what you're feeling with this. It's some heavy, once again, fate, energy, higher power, destiny in the works. So whatever this is, I think that the spirit, universe, cosmos, spirit is saying, go for it, full throttle, almost like chasing your dreams. And if this person is your dream, go for it. You're in a positive vibrational energy right now. So last group we have here, the Quartz Crystal group. So you can't really see it, but it says yes, Quartz Crystal group. It's difficult to see the actual crystal, but okay. Moving on. So the first message for the Quartz Crystal group we have is water. So one or both of you may be a water sign. I'm not really getting Scorpio. I'm getting more like maybe Pisces. So Piscean energy. One or both of you is a Pisces, I think. Or maybe it could be another water sign, but for some reason I'm getting Pisces. So take whatever resonates. It could be another water sign, or maybe just the element of water, which is emotional, intuitive, just very, very intuitive, emotional energy, like transparency. Like you can see, you're close to the divine, like spirituality. Second message, travel. So either one or both of you are really into travel. I mean, you may have traveled together, or you may want to make plans to travel together, or maybe this is spirit telling you you should maybe travel together, whether it be to another city, road trip, or abroad. Take a spontaneous trip if you haven't already. That can maybe strengthen your relationship or your bond. Next message we have, so come rain or shine, you are always there for me. So this is definitely saying that either you or the other person, or maybe both of you, feel like no matter what happens, you have each other's back. Come rain or shine, you are always there for each other. But this is what I think the other person's inner truth is saying when they think of you, towards you, is that you're always there for them. And I think they're very thankful for that. Last message we have here, so past life connection. So this is really interesting. So you may have some past life connection in the past, in terms of maybe you had a connection in the past that you're repeating now in this current life, whether that be maybe not necessarily even love, but it could have been maybe even now, if it's love. In the past, it may not necessarily have been love. Like I'm getting maybe you were close in some way in your past lives, but may not have been love necessarily. It could have been maybe you were neighbors, or maybe you childhood friends, maybe grew up together, or maybe even had some kind of close bond in some way. Past life connection. All right. Now let's get to the tarot portion. Try to figure out some more information here, clarify some more information for the Quartz Crystal group. Spirit, please clarify some more information for the Quartz Crystal group. Oh wow, okay. That just kind of pulling out. So servant. We have the servant card. That's actually really interesting. Very interesting in a love reading. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. So I'm thinking that in a love reading, this probably points to the fact that one or both of you may not serve the other, but maybe you both live a life of servitude, whether it be helping others or trying to advocate for some cause, or maybe you work for maybe nonprofit, maybe the other person does, but you live a life of maybe like helping others in need, or maybe just serving others in some way, or serving the world in some way. That's what I'm picking up. And that may extend to each other in terms of your relationship with one another, is wanting to do kind things towards each other, wanting to help the other, wanting to serve the other person as well. So that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. So let's try to clarify some more with another deck. So Spirit, what more information do you have for the Quartz Crystal group? It already popped out. Okay, so we have the Blessed card. So yeah, I'm guessing that one or both of you have a lot of blessed energy in terms of, it could be because once again you're so good to others, and that may have even transpired in your previous lives, a life of serving others, a life of servitude, a life of making the world a better place leads to being blessed in your next life, or maybe even in your current life. You are both of you are very, very blessed. I'm getting some angelic energy here. Alright, so next step, so Spirit, what other information do you have for the Quartz Crystal group? Please clarify. So yeah, this is very pretty much goes with everything that's been said so far. I'm kind. So one or both of you very, very kind, and that may have been what attracted one or both of you to each other, is the kindness, the servitude, making the world a better place, and that leads you to one or both of you to be extremely blessed. It's just a really, really good energy I'm picking up. Really just kind, beautiful, shining, bright, light energy. Okay, so last deck for the Quartz Crystal group. What other information do you have, Spirit, for the Quartz Crystal? Oh, okay. Oh, we have two. Okay, that's different. So we have, oh wow, okay, both fire cards here. We have, one is 8 of Fire, the other is King of Fire. So events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. And then for the King of Fire, okay, so I think that this probably represents the situation going on right now. Things are moving fast around one or both of you, or both of you guys. Things feel like they're moving in a very, very fast pace. A lot of things are happening right now. If there were delays in the past, for whatever reason, some form of delays, those are over, and things are slowly beginning to pick up in some way. And then this King of Fire, so this I think represents maybe you or the other person. Maybe once again the fire balances out the water. So the first message that we had gotten was water. So I think some fire element may balance that sort of water element out. So once again, fast-paced, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. So I'm picking up that maybe this is some kind of masculine energy. So whoever has the most masculine energy, and once again, this is different from gender roles. It could be you or the other person, but whichever one of you has the masculine energy of the partnership, I think this represents that part of that person with the masculine fire energy. So yeah, communicate with vision, leader, advice. So I'm getting that someone here is extremely motivational, extremely charming, charismatic, extremely, they have a vision, leadership energy I'm getting from one or both of you. And even if one or both of you are a water sign, you still have that extremely strong fire element. Maybe one of you could even be a fire moon sign, or maybe a water sun sign and a fire moon sign, or water moon sign and a fire sun sign. But I'm getting a heavy water and fire balance here. So that's very interesting. And once again, this can apply to one or both of you, but that's what will really get you guys moving. Like if you have a vision, if you have a need to serve the world, or be, once again, very kind, advocate for a cause, what really, really pushes that cause along, whatever you are fighting for, advocating for, is this fire energy in one or both of you, and it is definitely there. And because of that, there's a lot of blessed energy. So whatever you're doing in terms of the cause that you're supporting, or cause that you're serving, or whatever you're fighting for, keep going for it, because that's going to strengthen your bond with this person. whatever that bond may, whatever the outcome may be with that bond, keep advocating for whatever you're doing, because this is amazing energy. Wow, I'm getting for the quartz crystal energy here. So I'm gonna end on that note. But before I go, what I'm gonna do is pick out some charms for all 3 groups, because I want to just end on the cards. I'm gonna shuffle some charms and then kind of show you which charms sort of tumble out for each group. So once again, we have the first group. I'm gonna go back to the first group. We have the Labradorite Crystal group. So for you guys, let's see what charms we have. Okay, so Spirit, what messages do we have through charms for the Labradorite Crystal group? Let's see. Try to pick as possible. Okay, so here we are getting, I'm picking up, yes, transformation, figuring things out, D, letter D. So I'm getting that maybe one or both of you may have the letter D in your name, possibly, maybe even the letter S. I'm guessing the L is for love, but for D and S, I'm getting that maybe it represents one or both of your initials. So curiosity, creativity. There is some energy here, yeah, the once again being trapped in the past, with maybe a little bit of destructive energy. I don't know. That could be a part of one or both of your past as well, kind of like the other group here. But I'm getting some heavy, once again, transformative energy, creativity, curiosity. This is what drives one or both of you. And once again, the letters D and then S. Very heavy. So next group, we have the Citrine Crystal group. So let's move on to the Citrine Crystal group here. Spirit, what charms do you have for the Citrine Crystal group? What messages do you have for the Citrine Crystal group? Wow, okay. So, oh, interesting. Okay, so one or both of you may have the initials D in your name. Me, or maybe S. I think M, for some reason I'm picking up that maybe I don't know if it's initial. I'm getting some maybe motherly energy. Like one or both of you may have strong motherly energy, whether it be nurturing, or maybe the other person might be dealing with a mother, maybe mother of their children or their own mother. Some kind of heavy motherly energy here that you have going on. And once again, going back to chasing your dreams, being able to take the mask off, being able to be that unique person in front of each other, not holding anything back. And here we have a genie lamp, which totally represents manifesting your dreams with each other. Yeah, you're each other's best selves when you're with each other. There's some heavy motherly energy, whether it be their mother or mother of their children that they're dealing with, or maybe you are very nurturing like a mother. That's what I'm getting here. There's some significance with that. Take whatever resonates with that message. Last but not least, we have the Quartz Crystal group. So let's shuffle some charms here for the Quartz Crystal group, see what pops up. Spirit, what messages, what symbols do we have for the Quartz Crystal group? What messages, what symbols do we have for the Quartz Crystal group? So here we have, so C, so one or both of you guys may have the letter C in your name, or the letter B. So one or both of you guys may have the letter B in your name as well. M. So we have, once again, M for mother, motherly energy, whether it be that person's mother, or maybe you're motherly, or there's just some extremely nurturing energy here. And then we have here peace. So you seek peace. When you're together, there's a very peaceful energy, but I'm getting that maybe you both seek out peace. You're both free spirits. We have a stallion here, extremely free spirited energy with both of you guys, tying back to the travel. And we have the rooster here, kind of tying to the fact that there's a little bit of that sort of, arrogant leadership. Not necessarily arrogant, but charming. And in order to be a leader, you have to have a certain level of confidence. So, excuse me, not arrogance, but confidence. There's a lot of confidence energy with one or both of you. And let's say that, that ties in with the fire energy that we have. And then here we have the tree of life. For me, for my readings, I take this as maybe sharing like a big network, like maybe a lot of people, mutual friends, or you share a community together, once again advocating together. Maybe you're part of the same organization, part of the same group that serves a purpose, that advocates for a certain cause. So that's what I'm getting here. And then lastly, with the boat, we have travel. So maybe one or both of you are heavily into travel as well. Maybe moving countries. Maybe like one or both of you have moved countries recently, or maybe thinking about moving countries, or some form of travel maybe involved with your cause, or the group that you're advocating with, or the organization that you're a part of. So take whatever resonates with that. That's all I have for now. I hope that was helpful, especially with the messages for each group and the cards. Once again, take whatever resonates, and I hope this was helpful and inspiring, and hopefully was some sort of intuitive advice that you can take from. And with that, I'm just going to clear out the energy once again. Good luck to you all, and I encourage you to do whatever your heart desires. Be intuitive, take whatever resonates, but reach inside of yourself to really get closer to your inner truth as well. And good luck, everyone. Oh, before I go, I forgot to say, so like, subscribe, or comment, whatever your heart desires, and I will see you later.